Don't open your door for your neighbor. Or at least that's what the person in this story is telling us because of what the fuck happened to them. By the way, I got these earrings at Spencer's. I had no idea that they could do this. The little camera is taking pictures. How cute. So this girl says that she was fast asleep and around 3 in the morning she thought she heard somebody ring her doorbell. At first she thought it was just her imagination, but when she got up she did realize that somebody was definitely at her front door. She opened the door a little bit and realized that it was her neighbor Don Andres, and he looked really pale and his eyes were like wide open. Please let me into your house. Please let me in. In that moment she remembered all the rumors and things that people had said about her neighbor, that he was schizophrenic and that he had very severe mental issues, which is why she tells him, I can't let you in. You need to go home, okay? You need to go next door and go inside your house. She said that she felt a little bit of fear, but she responded to him in a way that was very direct and very stern. That's when her neighbor says, no, please let me in. He starts crying. He says, they're coming for me. They're coming for me. That was the moment where she looked past her neighbor and she sees this very, very dark shadow with red glowing eyes, and she got really scared. She also felt that Don Andres was trying to come into her house, and she immediately closes the door and locks it. When she closes the door, she says that she was shaking, her heart was beating way too fast, and she was really scared. But it was also in that moment where behind her, in her living room, she heard the voice of a little girl. Why didn't you help him? Soon as she heard that voice, she turned around and looked at the little girl. She said that she could only describe this little girl like the girl from The Ring, where it's like this white gown with black long hair. And as she turned to look at this little girl in her living room, the little girl charged at her. As this little girl was charging at her, she was saying, this is all your fault. He needed you. This is all your fault. He needed you. Right before this little girl got to her where she was standing by the door, she explains that no one's going to believe her, but her neighbor Don Andres out of nowhere just appeared right next to that little girl. He looked even worse than when he was at her front door, where he was really pale and like his eyes were sunken in. In that very moment, she said her lights started flickering and she turned around because of how scared she was, and she felt an arm on her shoulder, and that is when she just fainted. The following day, when she did manage to wake up, she went outside of her home and realized that her neighbor Don Andres had actually passed away. She did end up going to his funeral, but she said that while she was there, she was sad for his family, but she just felt this weirdest vibe, like if somebody was watching her, like she did not feel right. And that is why she says, for this very reason, do not open your door to your neighbor, because what if that isn't even your neighbor? No thank you. I am terrified now. What do you guys think?